Hey there, welcome back. I'm Jen Sorensen, and I don't know about you, but I'm really in need of a spa day, and with everything going on in the world, not really the best time to go visit a spa as much as I would love to. So I like to bring the spa to my house in little ways here and there. So when I saw Brambleberry do a tutorial, they did a video and posted it online around making your own homemade bath bubble truffles. I said, I need to make that. I need to try that out, see what it's like, because who doesn't love a good bubble bath with maybe a glass of wine, a good book, something like that, to just relax and enjoy a little bit of relaxation, because we all need that right now. Why don't we jump in and you can join me as we follow this tutorial that Brambleberry put out. I will say I do cough a little bit in this due to one of the ingredients because it was very fine. I didn't wear a mask, as you hear me repeat in this, because I wanted you to be able to hear me talk about this. I've made this again since then, and I wore a mask and it was totally fine. I just didn't record that second one because it was late and dark and you wouldn't have been able to see a whole lot anyway. So let's see how it's made, and then let's check out the kind of the bubbles that it makes as well. I filmed that, and we'll come back here and I'll let you know what I think of the recipe, the tutorial, and the finished product. I'm branching out, doing something different, and I am going to make a snowball bath truffle that's supposed to make these really like bubbly bubbles in the tub, because I love taking baths. So in my bowl, I have citric acid, I've got baking soda, and this is the baking soda, and then I have some cream of tartar. This is a Brambleberry recipe that I'm following. So I did sift this a little bit, but I do want to mix this up a little bit together, just get everything combined. So we'll get this incorporated. What I have done in the meantime, because I like to prep as much as I can beforehand I know these videos aren't like 5 hours long. In this container, I have my fragrance, which is Silver Sparkle. I'm literally following the directions completely from Brambleberry. There's a little chunk there. I have Silver Sparkle right here, and I totally spilled a little bit of it. I literally spilled the container on the countertop. So I've got that. I have some champagne extract. And then I have some polysorbate 80 and some glycerin in here. And then in this container, we're all mixed up. I have some cocoa butter and some shea butter. So that's exciting. Now, what I need to do, and this is going to, you might get some poofy powder, is I'm going to add some sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS. Hold on, I've got my scale under here that you can't see. Let's get this, put this on, zero that out, and this is going to get a little poofy because it's so fine. Yeah, you can see how fine that is. I'm gonna just pour slow, be very gentle here. Yeah, woo! They did say you may want to wear a mask if you are sensitive to stuff. So I just backed up a little bit. Give that a second to calm down. I need 15 ounces. I'm at just about 5. This is supposed to help with some of the bubbles and also make sure that the oils kind of disperse and don't just kind of clump out on the water. All right, we're at 8 ounces. We're getting there. Definitely taking a little bit of time here. All right, we're 12.5 ounces. This is a 16 ounce, yeah, 1.7 pounds. So, woo. And I'm making these just for me. That's why I don't have a mask on. All right, there's 15 ounces. Woo-hee. I wanted you to be able to hear me. So just so that this bowl is more stable, let's get this scale out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my, okay, maybe I will wear a mask next time. I wanted you to be able to hear me. I'm gonna combine all of this, which again is my extract, my polysorbate, my glycerin, and my butters. I'm gonna add my oils into this so that I combine everything at once. I am adding the butters into my fragrance just because I don't want my fragrance in a plastic container. It's definitely, it can kind of ruin plastic. So depending, you need the right plastic and I don't want to take that risk. So I'm pouring it all into the glass. I just don't have a whole lot of glass containers. I have a lot more of the plastic. Put that in the sink. I'm just gonna kind of lightly stir this up. You can see in the back here. And now I'm going to pour this in slowly. Again, I have the SLS in here, so I want to be careful. Kind of pour this around. This feels like a lot, but it is exactly what they want. These butters, oils are incredibly hard oils. They took a while, it took about 5 minutes to totally melt because I had some fairly big chunks. So that's gonna help make these pretty firm. Let's see. I actually think I might use my spatula instead of the whisk to stir this together. And then eventually I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna go slow. Eventually I will get in there with my hands because that's gonna be the best way to incorporate all of this. But for now, I wanna go really soft because all of that SLS was on top. Yeah, I'm already getting a little choked up here. I can smell it. It's just interesting. Sorry guys. I want to make sure you could hear me when I filmed this, so I didn't wear a mask. And if I were to make this again, maybe that's a good thing out of COVID is I got plenty of masks that I can wear to help make sure that when I breathe, when I'm making this and breathing it in, I'm not getting a ton of tiny particles being breathed in. All right, I think I'm going in. I'm going in with my hands. I mean, I got gloves on anyway. We're going in, we're gonna see. This is almost as therapeutic going in with my hands as it is taking a nice soothing bath. This is a really lovely, I'm trying to think of how to describe the scent. I will put it in the description of what it actually is. And this feels like I'm making cookie dough. But it's light and fresh. I definitely get some of that sparkly champagne-y notes, but there's like a hint of citrus to it. It just smells really lovely. Okay, this is coming together nicely, but I still have a lot of powder here. You can see where it's really white. That's still the powder. Let me get in with both hands here. And this looks like sugar cookie dough. I'm just squeezing. Yeah, if you just want to let out some aggression and you're not a baker, a cook, but you want to do something that you don't need to taste because you're not good at that, this could be a really fun thing to try and just kind of let it all out. I did buy all the ingredients separate And things like the citric acid I had left over from some bath bomb kits, so I didn't need to purchase that. I had some of the baking soda as well from other bath bomb kits. I did not see a kit itself, but what Brambleberry does, and I just saw a whole bunch of white down at the bottom. Come on, there we go. This literally feels like sugar cookie dough. Okay, let's keep going. I'm almost there. Oh, you guys can, oh, there's more. More. It's also a good arm workout, especially when I have to keep the bowl far away from me so you guys can see. I'm like reaching across the counter to do this. And when you're 5'1", yes, I'm short. Little challenging. Okay, we're looking good. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of this, a little less than half. I'm going to put it in another bowl here, just as a holding. And then in this one, I want a little bit more to have some color. I have just a little bit of mermaid blue. I didn't have the blue that they used in their example, and I didn't want to go out and buy more. So I figured use one of my favorite colors. Teal is the best color in the world. Let's just kind of get in there. Start with a little bit, because I don't like my bath water to be super duper colorful. I prefer just a tiny hint. So I'm gonna just kind of knead this in, see if this is going to be enough, just to give it a tiny tint of blue. Trying to decide if I need just a little bit more. Spin and get this side. I don't know, this is pretty good in terms of color. It's just a touch of it, but I'm still seeing some specks of the mica, so I want to keep going, keep kneading. This really is like baking. If your bowl keeps doing this, if I was more prepared, actually, you know what I can do? I have a paper towel here. Let me try just putting paper towel down to give it a little bit of grip on my countertop. This is better. And I keep turning my bowl a little bit too. I don't know if you can tell. That way I'm kind of kneading different parts of this together and not just the same thing. All right, this is a little more, probably a little more green than they had, and I still see a few specks here and there, but whatever. I'm gonna take this back in here, combine everything. And then I'm just going to kind of give this a couple of kneads to almost marble this together. They did it a little different where they kind of layered a whole bunch of stuff up onto, you know, kind of created some circles and layered things. I'm not going to go that far. I just kind of slightly marbled it that way. All right. You do get some stuff flying everywhere with this, but get that out of the way. And here's what I am going to do. I have my tray here, and this is what I use to cure my soaps on. And I have this thing is giant. Oh, I got a lot of blue here. So let me start doing some scooping. I'm gonna press this in, and then we're going, ooh, okay, so I did not press that in enough. Let me do that again. Let me really press this in. Kind of fluffy. There we go. Do this again. All right, I'm gonna scoop these out. These are kind of giant, a lot bigger than what they had, but this is what I had. So I'm gonna let these dry on here for a few days and then I will check back in to see how. All right, this could be too loud with the water, but we are going to put this underneath. See what happens. Already see bubbles starting to form. It smells nice, and in my hand, it just feels really luxurious. It kind of feels like this is going to be really moisturizing. Might break apart just where some of the lines are, and that's okay. All right. Get this really good. Okay, I only use about half of that so far, and you can see the tub right now has a ton of bubbles. So let's keep going and see how floofy and fun we can get this bath. All right, I just fluffed it up a little bit here, but look at all of these bubbles. And this water just feels so luxurious. Like, it just feels like it's going to make my skin feel incredible. So I cannot wait to take a bath right now. All right, here is the finished product. As you can see, it is beautiful. It kind of looks just like a snowball. Oh, wait a minute. You guys remember those snowball covered in the coconut that you would eat? I loved those growing up as a kid. Oh my gosh, flashback. Going off track here. This smells wonderful. It's got a little fruitiness, a little mintiness, a little champagne-y bubbliness to it, which I think complements itself really well to a bath bubble. I took a bath in this and my skin felt really soft, really luxurious as I used it. It was just a wonderful, relaxing moment. So I want to know from you, do you think I should carry some of these in the shop? These use some luxurious products, so they're probably priced for one bath. I don't want to say exactly the same as some of my soap, but you know, they're not going to be too cheap. So I don't know if it's worth it or not to invest in some of the products because they are some pricier ones. But let me know what you think. Maybe I can do sets of 3 or something like that to give you guys a nice experience. I will say, compared to some popular names related to that kind of sound like a band name, Rush, not quite. I've done some of their bath bubbles before, and I think they bubble similar. I really like how soft and luxurious my skin felt after this one. Both have their pluses and minuses, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Definitely give this a thumbs up if you like these kinds of tutorials and kind of following along some recipes. But until then, get out there, create something beautiful. I will see you back here real soon. Have a fantastic day.